Hey, I can see you. I'm not sure if I can hear you yet.
There.
Good, good.
Was that okay there? Let me close the blinds. That will help. How are
Okay,
you today, Ebony?
I'm doing great. And you know what? You will be proud of me because last Saturday I
What you
went
do?
to Home Depot
Uh-huh.
and my uncle, we brought some lumber and we built a box. And I now have, I planted some tomatoes and some bell peppers.
Okay.
And we have a little garden. I have
All
space to do some more, but I'm gonna come back to you. I didn't buy too many because we're gonna go to our Atlanta farmers.
right.
Um,
Okay.
but I needed to say I got started.
That's awesome.
Uh, but yes, so to our viewers, if you're just joining us, this is the Mama SoKo live, and right now with me, I've got um, Express Umi. She is going to, well, her name is Samyra. Is it Samyra or
Mirror,
Samyra?
mirror, Samyra, like a mirror.
Samyra. Yes.
Yeah.
She's going to talk to us because she is like, in my opinion, gardening expert. And she garden
It's much.
way more expert than I am. Um, so yeah, tell us about gardening with you, and you do this with your daughter. Hi.
Come here. So yeah, okay. So the gardening is a stem from my business, the Holistic Healing Garden, upon which I'm a massage therapist. I've been doing that for 10 years. But I named it the Holistic Healing Garden because it wasn't just about massage. It's about us healing our community collectively in many different spectrums, in many different ways that we all have gifts. But I knew I wanted gardening to be a part of that because I know how imperative it is that we offer ourselves the proper diet. 10 years ago, I went through cancer treatment and I was already conscious of what I was eating. But at that time, I was making sure that I knew exactly what I was putting in my body to make sure I was rebuilding what I needed to and how I needed to. In regards to gardening with the littles, it's just an opportunity to be out there with them. Like I was saying last weekend, my 3-year-old was 2. So of course it was easy to go and say, okay, let's talk about our colors, and have her identify the plants, giving her opportunity to even count. More so this year, she's understanding that we're going to plant our seeds, and then our seeds will become a seedling, and then our seedling will go into a plant, and then our plant will fruit from the bees, and then we'll actually have food to harvest. So she's getting an even better understanding now. Look, even to where she knows what needs more water and what does not need more water. So she's definitely paying attention. We went to visit a neighbor the other day, and my neighbor was asking her, okay, well, what's this? And she answered her. So she's recognizing the food in the garden without the fruit being on it. She's recognizing foliage at this point. And I know this is different from what do they call it? I'm having a brain fart, but I want to say wild scavenging, and that's not what it is called. I'm going to have to look it up and come back to it. But anyway, it's where you're able to identify what we call as weeds for medicinal herbs. So I'm just tripping that at 3, she's able to recognize this. But anything that we sit down with them and intentionally plant that seed, they're going to grasp it. So she's grasping this. She's identifying foliage to different types of foods. It's really amazing to watch her progress. Even I call her the little farmer. She's napping right now. Otherwise, I'm sure she would take the phone and show you guys everything. That might be it, love. Yeah, wild harvesting. That might be it. But it is pretty cool to watch her growth out there. So we're past just the colors at this point, but that was definitely a nice start for her to see the different colors and be able to identify the fruit. But it's pretty cool. She's even out there sowing seeds. So it's nice to have that time with her. She will remember this and she'll know how to grow her own food, as needed.
I think that is so important to learn, especially right now with
With
this
what's going on.
pandemic.
Yeah, it's so uncertain.
We took that. I feel like I took growing for granted that we can do
I think
that.
that most of us, I don't think you stand alone in that. You can go to the store and grab it.
Hmm. Yeah, but when you can say, you know what, I'm just gonna cut the head of this cut this lettuce off and put the root in the ground, and it's gonna replenish free
Yes.
lettuce for me.
How amazing is
And lettuce that I know hasn't had anything sprayed on it.
that part? Most
And
important.
then, yeah. And then show my daughter, like my daughter, she's 5 now. And for her to be able to understand the life cycle of a plant, the biology of a plant, and then also just being able to see that, like you said, we planted this and now we're eating it, and like our bellies are full. Like
They love that the morning strawberries. Listen, they love it.
I went to the grocery store this morning and I brought some strawberries. And I was just like, this is the first time I felt myself actually consciously think there are seeds on this little strawberry, and I am going to put them
That's right.
in my little
There
garden.
seeds right there. That's
yes.
right.
Right.
There. Right there.
Everything is there. The celery, the entire bottom of that celery, you can literally just put the whole thing in the dirt.
You can do the same thing with the pineapple. Twist the pineapple top off. You can try to root it in water, or you can just put it right in the soil. Your sweet potatoes, and I posted something this week. Some sweet potatoes that I had in the window for maybe, if I left them until Monday, it would have been 3 weeks. But just even, putting those in some water and allowing them to grow slips. And then once they're 4 to 5 inches, you can just pluck those slips off and put them in water so they get little roots on them. And then once they get a little root system, put them in the ground and let your sweet potatoes run. It's really cool. Really, really, really. Even if you have potatoes that are spudding, you can cut them and let them sit for 2 days so they kind of scab over, shall I say. Plant that. And as it grows upwards, you can just continue to pile more soil on it to grow your potatoes. So our sweet potatoes run across the ground. Okay, the other potatoes, you need to grow them in something that will grow up, so you can keep on piling the soil on it. But it's really cool. I mean, if you happen to get something, even like your mangoes, when we cut our mangoes open, we keep the seeds.
I brought a mango.
Yes, we keep the seeds and roll them in paper towel and put them somewhere up in the cabinet, and they're rooting. So we have one that's ready to go on the soil. The other ones, I'm going to let them continue to grow a little bit more in that way. But ain't nothing to do but try it, and if it grows, then great. They want to grow. That's why it's here, the cycle of life. That's why it's there, and if it doesn't, then try another one. Keep trying until you get it. But it's there, and it's there for a reason. That's why our foods have seeds, so that they can recreate just like us.
I think that's so valuable, and I thank you for sharing that with the team. I'll say with my daughter, just, our hair is naturally dry.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm always kind of telling her, your hair is thirsty. We just got to make sure it always has water.
Mm-hmm.
And so now, like, her being able to see water is practically like magic. It can make anything come to life and
That's
grow.
Right. It is life. Yes.
Yeah. I love seeing her excitement when she's like, "That's true, mommy."
Yeah. It is pretty magnificent to see them. Like, they're like, wow, the aha moment. When you see that they're actually taking that formula and running it through their brain, it is pretty magnificent.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Welcome. Thank you for having me.
To all the viewers, follow her. She posts her plants and she posts her harvest, and it's exciting to see. And they can hit you up if they have any questions.
Yes.
You have an awesome day.
Family, you too. Be blessed.
All right.
Hey.
All right, y'all. So